Multiplying polynomials. First example, we're going to multiply a monomial times a monomial. Recall that a monomial is a number, a variable, or a product of a number and a variable. So number one, we have 5x to the fifth times negative 2x to the eighth. If you want to group your coefficients, we can write this as 5 times negative 2 times x to the fifth times x to the eighth. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Same base multiplying, keep the base, add the exponents. 5 plus 8 is 13. Example 2, we're multiplying two monomials together. Again, if you want to write the coefficients first, negative 9 times a negative 1 is a positive 9. Same base multiplying, keep the base, add the exponents. 3 plus 6 is 9. Example 3, again, I'm going to group everything together. We have 12 times 3 times x squared times x to the fourth times x to the seventh. 12 times 3, 36. The x to the fourth, y to the 11th. The next example, we're multiplying a monomial times a binomial. Recall the distributive property that states if you have a, and then in parentheses b plus c, you can distribute the a. So that would give us ab plus ac. And if you have a subtraction problem, it's the same principle. It would be ab minus ac. All right, let's practice. 5x times 2x would be 10x squared. 5 times negative 7 is negative 35x. Number 2, I write this one with all the steps. So it's negative 9xy times 6x. And then we've got two negatives would make a positive. 9xy times x. If you'd like to write that step out, go for it. I typically will not do that. Negative 9 times 6, negative 54, x times x. I don't have x times x. That is a y. I'm really messing this one up. Here we go. Xy squared plus 9x squared y. Number 3, I'm going to distribute. 2 times 3 is 6. X squared times x squared, x to the fourth. Plus 2 times x squared times x. Same base multiplying, keep the base, add the exponents. Multiply 5. X times x squared, x cubed, y times y cubed, y to the fourth. Minus 5 times 2. So 5 times 2 would be 10, but it's a minus, so you can think of it as 5 times negative 2. Negative 10, same base, multiplying, keep the base, add the exponents. 1 plus 3 is 4, so that's x to the fourth, y cubed. Number 5, we can multiply it this way. If you prefer to put the monomial in the front, you can do that. And we'll distribute. 24 x cubed plus 8x squared. Number 6, negative 10 x to the fourth y. Two negatives make a positive. 2 times 3 is 6, x, y to the fourth. All right, now we'll multiply a binomial times a binomial. All right, we have a couple ways to show our work. One way is we can use the distributive property so that we're taking this x times everything behind it. So we could write this as x times x minus 7, and then plus 2 times x minus 7. I'm going to go ahead and work it out this way. X squared minus 7x plus 2x minus 14. Combine like terms. All right, another way you can show your work is FOIL. FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. So you multiply the first, which is your x times your x, which will give you x squared. Then you multiply the outsides, which is x times negative 7, gives you negative 7x. Multiply the two insides, which would give you 2x. And then multiply the two lasts in the parentheses, and that gives you negative 14. Clearly, it's the same work that I have in orange, but just depends on how you'd like to show your work. So x squared minus 5x minus 14. The FOIL method is sometimes called the claw because it looks like a claw when you draw the arrows. I will write these out as a distributive property when I show my work. Number 2, I would write this as 3x times x minus 4 minus 1 times x minus 4 and distribute. And combine like terms. Number 3, distribute. And we don't have any like terms to combine. So we're finished. Number 4, and I'll distribute. Yeah, I don't know why I turned it around, you guys. My brain just did that. It's the same thing, don't worry. So I have 12 minus x squared. I can leave it like that, or we can write it in standard form so that the largest exponent goes first. And we can write it like that. Number 5. We'll distribute. And combine like terms. Number 6. We can combine like terms that are in the middle. Number 7. Distribute the 5x, we get 25x squared. 5x times 2 plus 10x. Negative 2 times 5x is negative 10x, and negative 2 times positive 2 is a negative 4. Combine like terms, we just get 25x squared minus 4. Notice that this is the first time we've multiplied two binomials together, and the answer has been a binomial. So I put a little star by that one. All right, let's keep going. Let's multiply a binomial times a trinomial, or we can multiply two trinomials together. So I'm going to write this as a distributive property. So it's going to be x times everything in that trinomial, x squared plus 5x minus 3, then plus 3 times the trinomial, x squared plus 5x minus 3. So let's distribute and combine like terms. All right, number 2, I'd encourage you to stop the video and try these, and then come back and check to see if you are correct. Number 3, same thing, just be sure you're using your power rules correctly. And then once you get that calculated, once you use the distributive property, let's combine like terms. And there you go. So there is a practice page in the notes. Feel free to work on that, but that's all for this video.